Hey guys, I'm almost here with another New World video, and today we're going to go over the 1.0.3 patch notes. This is going to kind of encumber the big transfer, the server transferring system they're going to put in, as well as a bunch of other kind of bug fixes and quality of life stuff. Not many balancing stuff, however, there is a few different kind of mechanics that might be changed here soon. And if you guys like this video, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so when we do go live. And when new videos do go up, we are posting plenty of content for New World here in the next few weeks. We have about 70 videos planned out at this point, so stay tuned for all those. And we're probably gonna have a bunch more because they're probably gonna start rolling out patches pretty darn quick to make sure all these bugs are fixed so that they can start putting out the actual content. So let's jump right in, guys, to the patch notes of 1.0.3. All right, so here we have the patch notes here for 1.0.3. Essentially, this big first part here is just saying thank you for waiting and thank you for all the issues that happened at launch. They also will be granting people some free stuff. They're gonna give you a free title called the Stoic, or the Stoic, I think, the STOIC. I believe it's Stoic. Which essentially just means showed solid resolve in the face of epic wait times. So kind of like, hey, thanks for waiting in queues for so long. Here's a free title. We're going to roll this out to you guys. We should see that within the next day or so. As well as we do have a free waiting emote. This emote is already in the game. As you see here, if you go to the store and go to the emotes area, the waiting emote is right here. It is free. I did unlock it already. However, it is a free emote, so go ahead and take it because if it's free, it's for me. As well as the Stoic again title should show up within the next day or so. It's a lot for the computers to go through every single person and apply the title. So after the thank you, essentially they just go into the spotlight character server transfers, which they did roll out the framework in the final bits of it this patch. However, they're going to wait and make sure the framework completely is, I guess, solid on all servers. So they're going to go ahead and roll it out on the AP Southeast region Utopia. And then if that all looks good, there's no issues, after 8 hours, they're going to go ahead and roll it out completely. They just want to make sure it's going to work and not break the servers, because obviously if they roll it all out when it's not ready, they don't want to take the entire set of servers down because they don't want it to fix all that, because I mean, it's a lot of work, as well as taking playtime away from the players. So I am kind of happy for this change. Hopefully they do follow through with this. I'm excited to see all the server transfers, see what servers are going to get more populated, which ones are going to kind of fall off. I have a feeling a lot of companies as a whole are going to be moving together. So this could cause some big influxes for some servers. So do be aware of that. Now, essentially, it kind of goes through on how to transfer your character. You need to log into your character, which means waiting in any applicable queue times. There will be a new tab in the game for the store called Transfer Tokens. You need to leave your company, essentially stop all trading items, and make sure your character's in a town or sanctuary, whether it's a town, outpost. I don't know if shrines count. I wouldn't bank on it. I would stay at a settlement or an outpost. What comes with me when I transfer? You get to keep all your character progression, inventory, storage, levels, currency, housing decorations, all that kind of stuff. All your quest progress. The only thing that doesn't come with you is your company membership, your active trading post sell, like items and selling and money. If you leave items on the market and then trade servers, you're not going to get the item back if it doesn't sell, and you're not going to get the money back as well. Where can you move your character to? They did just release a list of highly populated, medium populated, and low populated servers, so do keep your eyes on that. I'm going to go ahead and post that down below so that you guys can look at that. It's just essentially just a blank list of just what's in high, medium, and low. Essentially, NA East, the only thing high is Valhalla. Most of the other big servers are all medium, and then a ton of them are low. So you cannot move your character to a full world, you cannot move your character to a world of maintenance, and you cannot move your character to a world set that you have an existing character on already. Will there be opportunities to transfer again? Yes, but you will have to be given or buy a new token for the transfer system. So now on to the actual patch notes, besides the transfers and the free stuff. So they've implemented the final server transfer framework, added improvements to the new world selection UI. So hopefully the menu is going to change a little bit, be a little bit more cleaner and stuff. Added clearer messaging when a player is kicked due to AFK or violating EAC. They implemented back end changes to help the team investigate concerns around the client performance in war. In war, a lot of times the war would be a lot less. Your frame rates would drop down to like 30 or 40, rather than staying at the 60 or 144 if you're being uncapped. So essentially, all this does is just allows them to investigate a little bit easier. Just the respawn of the boat Swan Ambrose and various other elite enemies around the world. We don't know if this is less or more, but we can assume that this is probably going to help out with either some areas that may be rapidly spawning, in some areas that maybe not be spawning quick enough. In depths, players must now be in the arena to damage Thorpe. I did hear about a glitch where people are able to kind of shoot him once they die. They were able to die and then get beyond the wall that closes and then be able to still damage him somehow. So hopefully that has been fixed so that you can exploit that and just farm Thorpe. An error message now appears when a player attempts to buy their own items in the trading post. I don't know how often this comes up, because if you're selling the item, most likely you don't need it. So I don't know how often this actually happens, and why it's not allowed. I mean, if you want to spend money in your own thing and spend the fees, go ahead. Like, that's your loss, honestly. Reverted chest/loot change from update 1.0.2 that was causing too many refining agents to roll from chests. We did notice a huge influx of refining agents. Like, we were getting upwards of 50 a roll, which is incredibly high for refining agents. From the original like 3 to about 15. Now I was getting like 50 a roll. I got like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stuff. So glad that's been fixed, because it does kind of break the game on trying to grind out these chests. Just the volume of the Amazon game splash screen, I don't think it was that crazy. However, some people were a little annoyed with it, so I'm glad that they kind of dubbed that down a little bit. Armor is limited to 1 skill perk per piece. Added general performance improvements for visual effects and graphic settings. Dyes are now removed from items upon trade with a warning message present. The time to declare war timer now usually pauses to make it clear when an invasion is imminent but not yet scheduled. Territory remains in a conflict state after invasions, and war can be declared afterwards. This is honestly going to probably be a thing where people are going to put it into conflict if it's at a tier 3. Let the invasion happen and then take it right after, so that they can essentially get an easier war if the fortress or the base takes damage. If you de-level 2 or 3 things off the fort, it's gonna be a little bit easier to take the fort rather than just going in with it full bore. So bug fixes. They fix issues with the T4, T5 Azoth staffs. You can go close the high level portals. There was a chance that when you went to go try to close the high level portal, it wouldn't allow you to. It just sit there, you wouldn't be able to make the animation happen. Fixed an issue causing the abandoning event and notification to persist. Hopefully this has been fixed. It's not a huge issue for me, but it does break the immersion for some players. So hopefully this has been fixed finally. Fixed an issue with early game spawning. It seems like there was an issue where, like, when you die off the start, it would automatically put you at the settlement rather than the watchtower. Fixed an issue where not all items for a town project, such as like the armor, the weapons, or the food, were consumed when completing the mission. So if you went to go create the item, it wouldn't actually take some of the things from your inventory. So glad that has been fixed, because again, exploits trying not to allow those to happen so that the economy can kind of flourish. Fixed an issue with that. It caused arena keys to not drop as intended. Fixed an issue that caused the runic bear armor to not be appropriately dyed during wars. Fixed the pet placement issue. Pets placed on otherwise empty houses now remain in the home after the player logs out. There is an issue where you can put the pets in other people's houses. I don't know how that works, but I guess it just kind of moves it to the closest point of the outside of the walls afterwards. I mean, the only other thing I can think of that could fix this is only allowing the items to spawn or be placed within a certain area, not just the house. Fix an issue that caused Raja spawns to stack forever. 1 big cat time at a time, please. We didn't have any issues with this when we went to go hunt him. He did spawn super quick, but he didn't spawn indefinitely, or he didn't spawn back to back to back to back, and he didn't stack spawn. So we didn't have any issues with that our time, but I'm sure there are some servers having other issues than ours. They fixed an issue that caused taxes not going to a controlling company's treasury. Essentially, this is a big thing, because I mean, taxes that we pay in the town go to the company, which then has to pay taxes to the town. Essentially what happens in a real town, you pay taxes to your town pays taxes to the state pays taxes to the country. essentially that wasn't happening. So speculative fixes, essentially the only big thing is that there were wars and invasions that were kicking off way earlier than expected, or super late. Like I know that one of them took like an hour and a half late. So that is all the patch notes. So once again, it's basically just a ton of bug fixes. They're trying to roll out all these bug fixes to fix all the bugs in the game before rolling out the actual content for the game. They don't want to rush the content and then all of a sudden have more issues stacked on existing issues. They want to fix all of the existing issues right now, then be able to provide the content and then fix the issues as they arise with the content. A lot of companies I feel like rush this, and I'm kind of happy they're doing it this way so that they have less issues, because I don't want to find another game breaking bug that makes it so I can barely play. So guys, I hope this guys helps you out in the news on the patch notes. If you're someone who doesn't like to read the patch notes yourself, you more like to listen and kind of find out what other people think about them. I do think this is a really good amount of patch notes. We do get the 2 free things. You get the free emote in the market, and then you get the free title automatically, as well as we can now do transfers, hopefully by this evening. So hopefully we get to see that here in the next few hours at this point. But thank you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.